Bigfoot Society would like to thank the following sponsors for helping make the podcast possible. The Singular Fortean Society has combined open and honest paranormal investigation and journalism since 2016. Visit the Society at Singular Fortean for all the latest weird news and more. Come with us and investigate the impossible. Lauren Smith is the hostess for Nightcaller's Bigfoot Radio, which has been on air for over a decade and has completed over 300 shows. Lauren brings with her a unique viewpoint given that she is not only the daughter of one of the veteran female Bigfoot researchers in the South, but she has been conducting field research since she was a preteen some 20 years ago. Nightcallers is a Bigfoot world favorite and, along with interviewing researchers and witnesses, often features interviews with guests from the documentary, film, and entertainment industry. Lauren also does a vidcast segment called Nightcallers, which features real encounters sent in by viewers. You can find all of this and more at nightcallersproductions.com.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with me today. This is the Bigfoot Society 5-Minute Cryptozoology News for the week of Saturday, May 29th, 2021. All right, well, we've got a few things to go over today, and so let's get started. First thing, this is something that's happening today. I was able to see on social media, a pretty cool thing. So that today there will be a soft opening of the West Virginia Bigfoot Museum, which is a pretty big deal. This is in Sutton, West Virginia, same town as the Flatwoods Monster Museum. And they'll be open until 6 p.m. today. I believe that's Eastern Standard Time. So if you're listening to this and you're in that area, or if you hear this on YouTube and it's before that time today, Saturday, May 29th, feel free to go check them out and give them a high five and let them know, hey, we're supporting you. Definitely. The first part here is kind of going to be some upcoming events, entertainment news. So next thing is I wanted to mention another conference that's coming up to be aware of. The Michigan Bigfoot Conference is coming up July 17th, 2021. There is a bunch of people on this. I'll just mention as a few of the names. We've got Cliff Barrickman, She Squatchers Podcast, Dr. Igor Burtsev, Ken Gearhart, Adam Davies. We also got my friend Steve Ward. He's usually at the Van Meter Visitor Festival. All sorts of stuff going on there. So you can go to neon.ly/NBC tickets. Looks like it is a $45 entrance fee, but plenty of stuff going on there. Continuing with the entertainment news, I wanted to point out that Small Town Monsters did release information about their release dates for the rest of the year. So a lot of really cool stuff to be aware of. This year is going to be packed for Small Town Monsters. We've got On the Trail Bigfoot: The Journey coming out June 8th. August 3rd, we have On the Trail UFOs Dark Sky. September 13th, we have The Howl of the Rougarou. November 2nd, we have On the Trail Bigfoot: The Discovery, which is really exciting because last I had heard that was supposed to maybe be the next year, but I'm excited that's coming out in November. December 7th is On the Trail of the Lake Michigan Mothman, which is being recorded right now, I believe. I saw my buddy Tobias posting some pictures about that. Just heads up, guys, there will be many mispronunciations in this one. But let's continue. Wanted to point out a really cool thing that happened in the Bigfoot Society Club this past weekend. If you're in the room, there's a big chance you were there for this, but there are some new people in the audience. I wanted to point out that my friend Greg did lead a really cool room. He leads Cryptocasters every Thursday night, bi-weekly, and this week he led a panel where his Cryptocasters, Cryptids from Outer Space, and he had Ryan Sprague, Sam Sheeran, Ashley Hill, he had Yami, and others on, and it was just a super, super fun conversation to listen to, and it was one of the things I hear that made me very excited that I got the crazy idea to start this clubhouse thing. So again, If you are not following the Bigfoot Society Club and you're just in this room for whatever, make sure you tap the name Bigfoot Society next to the green Monopoly house in the upper left-hand corner, and not to miss out on any awesome future things that are going on. A few updates before we get to the actual news articles about different ways that we can help out the community. My buddy Tate Hieronymus has a GoFundMe to raise money for his new documentary, Uncovering the Truth of Sasquatch. He has until June 21st, I believe. He's trying to raise money for that. He's at $325 right now. So if you want to help support him as he goes out west, all over the place, to Bluff Creek, to Portland, there's going to be crazy, awesome different interviews he's going to get, but you can go to bit.ly/Tate Bigfoot for that. Also, Les Odell from West Virginia has a GoFundMe where he's trying to raise $1,000 for research equipment for West Virginia Bigfoot research. Currently at $110, so definitely opportunities to help him out. The different ways to help out the 2021 Trinity Giant Salamander Expedition. Ken Gearhart has a GoFundMe where he's currently at $195. But it's to support his part of the expedition. And also you can always support the International Cryptozoology Museum for Portland, Maine directly on their website if you would want to help them out too. Before we get started into the news, just a reminder. So this is recorded for the new people that have just come in. This will be on the Bigfoot Society YouTube channel. You're welcome to come up on stage if you have any words or any discussions about different articles I bring up. Also, if you have an article in mind from the past week that has to do with cryptozoology that I did not bring up, you're welcome to come up on stage, and you can definitely share that at the end. So, hey, all right, we got someone to come up and party. So, hey, Ashley, always fun to hang out. Let's get into the news, shall we? All right. So, first article that I found was, and I like these articles where it's like a new animal or animal that we thought was long gone is magically back. So this there's a few of these. The first one I saw was extinct giant river otter in Argentina. So pretty much a summary there is they thought this giant river otter, which is a cute guy, they thought it was extinct for decades, found it in Argentina. Crazy stuff. Also, on the other hand, this is from the timesofisrael.com, a vulture thought extinct from Israel for 30 months, spotted twice in a month. So that's really cool. Whenever we have, it's always kind of sad when we think that, maybe there's an animal that we messed up and now they're gone forever. They're extinct because of humanity or different reasons. To see them back is kind of like seeing an old friend again. So I think that's pretty cool. And that's specifically the lappet-faced vulture. So you'll want to definitely, you go to Bigfoot Society podcast.com later today under the Clubhouse tab. You can see all the links about these articles.
I've got one that I'd like to bring up.
Heck yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was actually there was an owl in Borneo that was kind of rediscovered, and it was thought to have been extinct for the past 125 years. And what's extra interesting about this is that it was discovered by a group of people that were there on a 10-year study involving avian evolution. And, eventually they were the ones that rediscovered this owl. So, I mean, it just goes to show how elusive, some creatures can definitely be. I mean, they were right there and still didn't see it for a very, very long time.
I love that, Ashley. Thank you for sharing that other story. And as always, if you don't mind sending me the link, I'll put it up on the site at the end after this recording in the
Sure
Discord.
thing.
Totally cool. Of course, we have an update on. We thought we were past, but it's still coming up, guys. We've got articles to do with the Oklahoma Bigfoot bounty. Things are kind of escalating with this. You may have seen over the past week. So, KOCO News Lawmaker invites world to participate in Oklahoma's Bigfoot bounty. We knew that this was already happening. This was already a big deal. But the bounty is up to $3 million now. There's also a some sort of documentary crew involved. Just I can only hope this doesn't continue to get bigger because someone is gonna. I don't know, Ashley, how you feel about this, but it's like someone's gonna get hurt through all this craziness.
I think so. I think it's a terrible idea. I know that I mean, I haven't really kept up with it. I know there was like a conservation group that was like offering a different reward. Obviously,
Oh,
I don't think
interesting.
they can offer up to $3 million.
Yeah.
But it was, for proof of a live one rather than, a dead one. But just think about it alone. How many, morons are going to don a suit and go out into the woods because they think it's funny and they're going to end up
Mm-hmm.
shot or, there's just a lot of bad about this.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it only takes one YouTube or TikTok prank channel to put on a Sasquatch suit, not know what they're doing, and then up getting shot. And it's like, yeah, that's my main concern is some not smart prank channel. I mean, people just be smart, but
Not
hey,
to
we'll see.
mention, one thing that I like to think about. I'm definitely no kill when it comes to these things. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, when you go out to the woods, my advice is always, be prepared to take down a bear just for your own safety.
Mm.
Because what if you do find one and you shoot and kill it and it was the last one? Who wants to be responsible for that? I certainly don't. So I'm just not about this at all.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting take on it. Is what if the one that you were to kill was the last one, and there's no way to know? Well, I guess unless you saw a group of them together, then you would know it's not the last one. But that's a really interesting way to look at it, Ashley. And yeah, that might take that might be something to discuss someday. Oh, I always like to give a little update about Mysterious Universe seems to put out some interesting cryptozoology themed articles. So if you're looking for some good reads, this week they had an article about bizarre cases of Bigfoot and UFOs, where Brent Swanter kind of goes through and shares a few cases where it's regarding Bigfoot and UFOs. And that's kind of a fun read. And also, there's another article that Brent wrote where strange mystery monsters at Mark Twain National Forest. That's down in the southern half of Missouri, and it's kind of some interesting, a little bit freaky stories in there, but always a fun read to have fun with those. Um, there was an article. Let me get there. It is okay, and this is from the Daily Star from the United Kingdom. This is kind of a fun read. British Bigfoot bombshell. Proof of ape-like humanoids thriving in UK shared by expert. So this is an interview with Andy McGrath from beastofbritain.com. So kind of it's a fun little blurb to read through, where it goes over um, how a British Bigfoot might be related to the legend of the Green Man, and maybe some new information that we didn't know primarily as U.S. listeners, and primarily related. Most of us are from the U.S. cryptozoology community, but it's a fun little read to kind of widen our horizons. Um, Let me see here. Oh yeah, and yeah, that was really the last article I had. It was a little bit of a slow news week, but I am super excited for the world to finally get to see On the Trail of Bigfoot, the journey, at the end of next week. It's coming up very quickly. At this point, if you've got any other articles or things to share that I did not uh, remember to bring up, you're welcome to raise your hand and do that. I do also want to thank the community. I did put a call out for trying to um, pretty much raise some money in order to have better equipment for the Van Meter Visitor Festival, so I could do some kind of guerrilla interviews there, hopefully this fall. And I want to say the response to that has been very amazing. And I mean, only a few days in, already at 100 out of 150, which is my goal, and I think we're gonna hit the rest of that extremely quickly. So, again, everyone that's listening to this that was able to either donate directly or to buy a stickers shirt for my Etsy store. Thank you so much for helping out. That means a ton to myself in the podcast. Um, Last chance, Ashley, if you have anything else to share, or if anyone else in the audience has anything to share, you're welcome to raise your hand at this time.
I
Give
don't have
you.
anything groundbreaking, but kind of on the same small town monsters train, I just wanted to point out that we did get some teases from Tobias Whalen filming the On the Trail of the Mothman.
Oh,
On the
heck
Trail of the
yes. Yeah. Yeah. There's some really
So
fun behind the scenes pictures out there. Definitely check out Small Town Monsters Instagram, Singular 40 on Instagram, all that good stuff. I believe they're all over the place. But yeah, I hope you all have a great Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to take a few more days to try to get some more rest in. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me for a quick 5 minute cryptozoology news. As always, later today, you'll be able to go to BigfootSocietyPodcast.com and you can see the links that were referred to from today's little broadcast, and this will be up on YouTube later today. But thanks so much for hanging out with me all, and have a great rest of your weekend.